Hi there, Lenny LaRocca with the LaRocca Real Estate Group here at Vista Sotheby's International Realty. Today's topic, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the LaRocca Real Estate Group and what we do in representation of you in buying and selling of real estate. So again, today's topic is I'm going to take an opportunity to tell you a little bit about the LaRocca Real Estate Group, which I'm very grateful to do. First and foremost, we just want to extend our thanks to all of our clients and friends and referrals from our clients, as we are very grateful for the opportunity that we have in representing you and them in the buy and sell and investment in real estate. So thank you very much. We are real excited about the 2018 real estate year because we believe that there's going to be a lot of benefit for both sellers and buyers. We couldn't be more excited about that. But the team has asked me to just note a few things that may be different in what we do and how we approach our business and serving you, our clients, versus maybe the competition. First and foremost, as we've talked about in previous videos, is communication is number one. Whether it be in real estate or business, in family, in friendships, communication is number one. So we always like to emphasize that the one thing that we are always keeping first and foremost in our service to our clients is timely, direct, and honest communication. So there are a number of other things that the LaRocca Real Estate Group does that may be different than most people in this business. Number one, we're a very structured group. And what I mean by structured is that we follow a specific plan every time, whether we're representing a seller and or a buyer. All members of the LaRocca Real Estate Group are professionally coached, not by me, but by a third-party professional coaching company, which is mandatory to be on the team. But more importantly, especially when we're representing sellers in a market, we follow a very specific plan of action. I just happen to have a copy of that plan of action here, which I won't go over in detail, but it's a specific plan of action where we talk about what our objectives are in serving you, our seller, and the specific steps that we do in selling your property. By the way, this plan of action that we use is a plan of action that's been in the industry for 40 plus years. The difference is who executes on the plan versus who's, if you will, making shortcuts. So again, we follow this plan of action specifically, regardless of the price of a home. Another question that my sellers ask me is, where do buyers come from? Well, there's no doubt that technology is a very big key in the market today. That dissemination of that information is vital and important and really adds some vibrancy to the market. But the fact is that there are a couple statistical areas where buyers do come from. First and foremost, number one, is a buyer comes from another agent or broker who's working with that buyer and works specifically in that community. So most of the time, usually north of 40%, a typical buyer on a good listing will come from an agent that works in that community. Secondly, believe it or not, would be a sign and some sort of identifier out in front of the property. A sign and post will take care of that. And thirdly, and this is more talking about the misnomer, is most people think that a lot of buyers come from open houses. And the fact is that open houses do not generate buyers most of the time. They will on 2-3% of the time, but most of the time your buyer's going to come, especially with the speed of information in the market today, usually from another agent or usually through information through technology. So if you're a buyer today, let's just turn our focus there for a second. If you're a buyer today, the market is moving quick. We know we have a shortage of inventories, and it's a very competitive buyer's market out there. It's vitally important that you have your ducks in a row, if you will, relative to putting yourself out in the market and to buy a property. The most important thing that you can do is be sure that you are pre-approved with a reputable lender. Not only is a pre-approval important for the buyer, but as noted in the where do buyers come from stat that I talked about earlier, it's important that the professional that you're working with does have a good reputation and relationship with the real estate community in the community that you're going to buy. I cannot overemphasize that point. So if and when you are choosing a realtor or a professional to help you, please make sure they have a good standing within the community. As always, we would always like to apply for the job of interviewing to represent you, whether you're buying or selling or investing. Again, all of my contact information is below. We look forward to speaking to you real soon. Again, thank you for passing the video on to any family and friends that you have, and we look forward to meeting with or speaking with you next time real soon. Make it a great day.